Let's do another one, and since it's Sunday, I'm going to grab a couple of my angel decks. First one, Saints and Angels. Not used in a while. Quite like it for my Sunday messages, especially. Let's see what's to come out. Okay, we've got a card of Child, which usually invites you to reconnect with your inner child, to have some fun, and also spend time with children. Wise decision is coming out. I feel some of you in here might have currently made some important decision. There's also confidence in higher education. So with this confidence on, and yeah, Archangel Michael is coming through, and I also got Archangel Michael deck, which is great. But let me just get a few cards from my Archangel Michael deck for this message as well, because that was my plan. Sense of humor, and right underneath the Child. So okay, so it starts with you needing to, you are on the right path. You needing to reconnect with some innocence within yourself. Let go of fear now. Hold on, just one more. Eternal love. Go forward fearlessly. Right, we get some tarot in a second, but let me just tune into this in here right now. So with Child, wise decision, confidence, and higher education, I feel this speaks of you either currently reconnecting or needing to reconnect, or this is something that, you know, I feel for the bigger part of my collective, this is something that you're currently undergoing. So you might have, well, kind of been told, you might have been finishing currently or just finished some heavier chapter of your life. And something that also required you to make some major important decision in your life. So you might have made a decision of either, for some of you, like moving to a different place to start a new life, or for some of you that will be like, you know, leaving this long-term toxic relationship that you've been kind of struggling to leave behind, or any sort of like kind of connection that you might have been holding on to. What I'm kind of feeling with this. So there's some kind of decision that you made that helped you reconnect with that inner child and helped you find, you know, maybe fun about life once again, and also with this confidence and the higher education. So I feel like with this, so whatever, you know, something that, you know, you made that decision about in here, cost you a lot of confidence, and cost you a lot of strength to do. But, you know, with this higher education, this was like, you know, one of the choices that you've made that helped you grow, helped you learn something important. You know, this also what they're telling me. So this difficult chapter that you kind of undergone, and you overcoming it was the part of the plan. It was the part of the plan chosen on my spine for you to learn about your own power, and for you to learn the difference, you know, between good and bad, and people you can trust and people you can't trust. Because you came into this world as a very innocent, pure soul, you know, who thought that everyone in this life will treat them the same if you treat them good, if that makes sense. But life, you know, might have showed you sides and dark places that you didn't even imagine existed. And that might have knocked off your confidence in yourself for some time. But I feel like, you know, by walking away from something in here with this wise decision, because I feel it speaks about, you know, making some important, difficult choice here, because we have that confidence, that right now it puts you in a place of feeling a lot better. Like, you know, you're feeling lighthearted, you feel like you can, you know, live and enjoy life again. But what I've heard in between all of it, for some of you as well, this wise decision and this child situation here, it might have involved, you know, some of you needing to actually, you know, walk away or end something here to protect your children, what I'm kind of hearing as well. So there is something to do with that. So whatever you've done, so this is your confirmation for some of you. If you might have been feeling that, you know, you made the wrong decision, like, you know, this was for the best. Like, you know, even if it felt, or even if it's still feeling like, you know, it might have not been the best decision, but you did the good thing here. Have confidence in yourself. And also, yeah, with this higher education, So yeah, I feel like, you know, you, thanks to that, you know, you also leveled up as well, and thanks to that you've connected a lot better to your spirit team and your higher self. Sense of humor, you're on the right path. So with these two, so when it comes to this decision and the choice that you recently made, you know, approach it with the light kind of sense of humor, what I'm kind of feeling with this. Also, if things might be feeling heavy right now, or, you know, if you still kind of questioning your decision, there's a card that tells you you're on the right path. You know, you did the right thing in here. So just move through that change and believe, you know, with that confidence that you did what you needed to do. And let go of fear now and eternal love. So I feel like, you know, there's nothing for you as well to be afraid of, because when it comes to, yeah, when it comes to this eternal love, so I feel like for some of you, if you feel yourself to maybe be a little bit lonely, or you might feel like, you know, oh, I made the wrong choice by, you know, leaving some people behind because now I've got nobody, like, you know, there's this energy coming through. But with that, like, it feels that you know, there's nothing for you to be afraid of in that terms, because, you know, you did the hardest part is done, what I'm kind of hearing. And, you know, with this eternal love, it feels like, you know, you are just about to cross paths with this one true love. Let me just grab some tarot kind of to confirm these angel cards and this angel message. Is there anything I want to come forward from my tarot deck, please? Good. Oh god, come on. Yeah, 8 of Cups. So this is leaving something behind, that is being confirmed. Yeah, 5 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, and the Star. So I feel with this set as well, and especially these two that, these two that came out together. So I feel this might, in big sense, refer to, you know, some kind of situation that you left that might have seemingly felt like, you know, something secure. And I feel like that might refer to a person. So for some of you, also King of Pentacles, you know, it can be an energy that is so confident within themselves as well. So you might have had that kind of person, and also somebody who I feel might be very good financially. So some of you in here might have actually been under influence or have been controlled by somebody who maybe, you know, provided for you financially or helped you financially in some way, or maybe somebody like you lived in their house or something like that. So when you split up, you know, you had to move out and you had to start again. But there is like some kind of element of somebody holding a little bit of a spell, and especially financial, over someone here. But for a lot of you, I feel like, you know, you did walk away from that with the hope of, like, you know, that something better and something more aligned with you will appear on your path. And also having this Knight of Wands and this 8 of Pentacles. So I feel like, you know, this might be speaking about you at the moment, like, you know, putting a lot of work into yourself or restoring your finances as well. Like, you know, speaking of, you know, previously maybe being supported by somebody, and now you want to do everything on your own because, you know, you walked away from that. Because there's a thing now I'm kind of hearing as well for some of you. So because there's always a price to pay, not always, but, you know, in most cases where you become, you know, dependent on your partner, and especially financially. So, you know, they do have that kind of little ego boost in that sense of, and, you know, even if they want to or not, sometimes it might turn them into this control freak, or somebody who feel like, you know, oh, I'm providing for you, so you have to do what I tell you. Like, that kind of energy is coming through. But with this Knight of Wands and this 8 of Pentacles, so I feel like a lot of you might have freed yourself from that. Like, you know, with this Knight of Wands, you might have freed yourself here from that kind of this toxic dynamic. And with this 8 of Pentacles, you know, you might have started working for yourself again. You might have started making your own money, so you're starting to rebuild yourself with that hope for the future as well. And with the Star and this Hierophant, so I feel a lot of you in here, you might have had like some kind of higher calling as well, which made you sort of not be able to put up with this lower vibrational relationship or situationship that you've been in. And it feels like, you know, it feels like you get in there. What I'm kind of feeling, like, you know, you might have, yeah, you get in there definitely with the 10 of Cups on the bottom. So it might have felt like you questioned yourself whether you made that right decision by walking away. But you know, with this Ace of Wands, it feels like, and this Hierophant, so I feel like this Hierophant speaks heavily about you being truthful to yourself, and you not abandoning yourself as well. And I feel like, you know, you did the right thing in here, even though like with this 9 of Swords, you might be still kind of sort of worrying and thinking whether you made that right decision. Yeah, but there's a 10 of Swords. So this was the end of the certain road. There was nothing else you could have done. Your lessons, you've learned your lessons, like, you know, coming back to this higher education card we had at the beginning. So you've learned all your important, necessary lessons from this connection. And now it's time to invite something new. Like, you know, there's some kind of new energy here approaching your life. Can we just get one more card quickly about this new energy? Yeah, but the Tower. So this is something that is coming in to shake you up a little bit, but I feel this is going to be in a pretty positive way. I've got 5 of Swords jumping out in reverse, and there's this Moon. So I feel this is this end of this illusions as well that we've been talking about. But I wanted to know, yeah, I wanted to get more card about this new thing that is incoming for my collective. Oh, that's too many. Hold on. Yeah, we have 3 of Wands, 6 of Wands. So this is this energy of success. Whatever is in common and something that you're waiting for as well. Oh, there's a Hanged Man. We wanted to know more about this new incoming thing. 2 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups on the bottom. But I want to get more about the energy, because I'm picking up on some kind of new energy entering here. Okay. So yeah, with this 2 of Pentacles, so this might be, and also this Hanged Man. So I feel like when it comes to this new energy entering your life, so with the Hanged Man showing up, so this is going to be something or somebody that's going to even further deepen your perspective, your spiritual perspective on life. With this 2 of Pentacles, I feel like this refers to you not rushing into this. That's what I'm kind of feeling. You just evaluating and like weighing and getting to know the person truly. Because I feel like, you know, your experiences that you had, yeah, looking at the 7 of Pentacles, you're gonna want to let it grow slowly. You're not gonna just throw yourself on this like you may be used to, yeah, with this Moon and this 5 of Swords in reverse. So maybe previously, you know, when it comes to connections, you would rush without thinking head first, you know, and you would lose yourself in that. But it feels like whatever's coming in here as well with this 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands, 6 of Wands. So this is big energy of healing as much as progression into slowly building that happiness. Yeah, and there's a 4 on the bottom. So this is this beginning, this is this new path that you are stepping on, split into the Page of Swords. So I feel, yeah, because I was asking about this new energy coming in. So I feel like with this Page of Swords, so this is somebody who is going to be very curious, somebody who's going to want to learn from you, somebody who's going to really listen to you. And I feel like there's like a certain element of like worshiping coming through. I don't know why. The person is going to genuinely treat you as that beacon of hope for themselves. And I feel like there's like this worshiping coming through again, like I've heard it like second or third time. Somebody who's going to genuinely appreciate you and there's this Fool still here. So, and also somebody who is ready for some kind of new beginning, and somebody who also is overcoming a lot. So yeah, have patience and know that everything that you've done up to this point happened as it needed to. So don't beat yourself down and don't feel like, you know, when you're going over in your head, whether there's anything to come back to, whether you left anything in the past. No, you did not. Everything that you've done, sorry, this is freaking cold. Everything that you've done as you should. So yeah, have trust in yourself, have trust in your intuition, have trust in your heart, and let your spirit guides protect you and guide you to where you're going next. Right, okay. Love you. Bye.